to introduce to you our one of our hosts, Amanda Fletcher. Go ahead, please, Amanda.
Hello, everyone. This is Amanda Fletcher from the Northwest Community College Initiative, and it's my great pleasure to say good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all of you. I really appreciate everyone joining us today, especially those of you who've gotten up really early in the morning or stayed up really late at night so that you can join in our event. I think it's very exciting. We have people registered joining us from 20 different countries, and we're really excited about getting together and networking in this virtual space. There's a really full schedule for today. We're delighted to have a lineup of speakers who are going to help you think about how to use the skills you developed on the CCI program and the work you're doing now. So when I left the office last night, we had 315 people registered for today's event. You all come from all the different consortia that have hosted CCI participants. You represent every program year, going back 10 years to 2008. So I want to encourage people to network, to talk to each other in the chat box in the room, and to listen to the great things that our presenters have for you. So I'm going to turn it over now to John Sedlins. He is the Chief at the Office of Global and Educational Programs at the Department of State, and he's going to give our opening remarks.
Thanks, Jan. Good afternoon, evening. I'm going to start my life too. Wherever you are in the world, and welcome to the CCI Live virtual conference focused on leadership in action. My name is John Sedlins. I work in the Bureau of Educational and Cultural Affairs at the State Department, and as you know, we sponsor the Community College Initiative program. So on behalf of the department, I officially want to welcome each and every one of you to this special CCI program alumni event. We are very excited about the opportunity for you to participate in today's sections and to reconnect with alumni, with some of your host coordinators, and with the alumni coordinators in the public affairs sections at the U.S. Embassy or the Fulbright Commission in your country. And judging by the activity in the general chat room, you were already well engaged in this. You're part of a talented and mighty group of CCI alumni, now more than 2,800 strong around the world. As Amanda noted, more than 300 CCI alumni have registered for this virtual conference, a testament by wanting to remain connected with your peers and benefit from the discussions and insights that will be shared today by presenters and CCI alumni. I want to thank our colleagues at the Northwest Community College Initiative program for organizing this virtual conference with active participation by the Community College Consortium. And I also want to welcome CCI alumni who were hosted by CCID, IREX, and the California Consortium of Community Colleges. Together, these cooperating agencies have administered the CCI program on our behalf since the program began in 2007. We truly appreciate their skill, creativity, and professionalism. This conference, CCI Live Leadership in Action, was developed for you using your input and this virtual platform that brings you in touch with your peers around the world to continue the journey of personal and professional development that you began when you decided to participate in the CCI program. I hope you're looking forward to, as much as I am, the rich exchange of ideas and expertise, which we hope will remind you of your CCI experience in the United States. No matter which U.S. community college you attended, the goals of the community college program were and are the same. The CCI program is designed to promote and build mutual understanding between the people of the United States and the people in your countries. The program design was similar across our partner consortia, but your experiences were unique to you. This is one alumni event that's an opportunity to share your stories, and I encourage you to stay connected with each other, with the alumni coordinators in your country, and with the International Exchange Alumni website at alumni.state.gov. We're anxious. We'd love to hear about your experiences and the impact that CCI has had and continues to have on you. So I close with a wish for a productive, enriching, and enjoyable time together. Thank you for joining with your peers around the world today. And I hope you're as anxious to hear from your CCI alumni peers as I am. So without further ado, I'll pass the microphone over to Charlotte West to moderate the alumni panel. Thanks very much.
Hi everyone, this is Charlotte. I'm the former coordinator for the Northwest Community College Initiative Program, and I've had the pleasure of being able to reconnect with several of the students in our program and others as I coordinated this panel on what CCI alumni have been up to since they got back to their home countries. It's been really exciting to see all of the volunteer opportunities. Several of our students have actually started nonprofits in their countries. So I don't really have that much to say. We're all here to hear them. So we're starting with Adam Hardy from Ghana.
Hello to you all, my CCI world. I want to say good morning to you all, to those of you in the morning. I want to say good afternoon to you all, to those of you in the afternoon. I want to say good evening to you all in the evening, and I want to say good night to you all in the night. This presentation is designed by Adam Mohamed Hadi, a Whatcom Community College student under the NWCCI in Bellingham, Washington, USA. My name again is Adam Mohamed Hadi. I studied and graduated with honors certificate in accounting at Whatcom Community College. I'm also a diploma holder at Tamale Technical University here in Ghana. I'm actually currently serving as a National General Secretary at the National Service Secretariat here in Ghana.
Under the end of
Next slide.
CCI.
Thank you so much. I actually had many ideas to contribute to my country when I returned to Ghana on the 24th of June 2015. And with us, with the help of my colleague CCI students and the help of my colleague CCC students, we were able to actually organize programs and seminars for our colleague students. We had in mind to impart the knowledge that we had learned back in the United States to the good people of Ghana. With us, we organized a seminar at school at the Tamale Technical University for the benefit of all, for us to share our knowledge with them. The seminar was actually based on time management, the importance of setting your time, the importance of obeying the time, the importance of setting a goal, and the use of educational technology to facilitate learning and collaboration. These ideas were very important because we had realized the importance of it whilst we were in the United States. And upon returning to Ghana, we realized there was a gap to which we would have to fill because our Community College Initiative program was having an expectation on us for us to do that. Next slide. On the 1st of September 2016, after completing my school at Tamale Technical University, I had an appointment to work at the Cocoa Research Institute of Ghana in a suburb of Ghana, which is called Bole. And luckily enough, it was actually the hometown of the former president of the Republic of Ghana. When I arrived in this place, I thought it wise to actually serve as a volunteer. The CCI has taught me the importance of volunteering, so I thought to impart that knowledge on the children of that community by teaching them ICT, by creating opportunities for them to continue their school, and to those who are not in school to enable them have access to education, and as well also create a network between them and other organizations. Luckily enough, the Africa Better Days was one of the organizations that I have linked my children at the community to. Next slide. The pictures that we are seeing actually explains the voluntary that I did at the community. I was serving as a teacher, teaching community children the importance of information and communication technology. With this, technology is improving, technology is growing. So therefore, the youth, the children, will have to also learn that so that they'll be able to cope with the increasing knowledge that technology is moving. That is why I thought it very wise not to choose any other subjects, but to choose computer to teach them so that they'll have good knowledge in computing and they wouldn't face problems when they come out and join the technological world. The picture that we see at the left hand side actually tells how I was explaining things to the children. Of course, they are kids, so you can see some of them not actually paying attention, but I had to be patient just to let them go through the knowledge learning. The picture that we're seeing on the top actually explains the benefit that Zachariah had from African Better Days. This picture was this bag that I was giving to Zachariah is a bag that was bought by Africa Better Days, which is an organization based in the United States of America. So they had sent me some funds for me to get school materials for the kids. So I was able to buy bags, I was able to buy books for them. I was also able to get some chairs for them so that it can increase learning in the community. The down picture that we're seeing, actually the girl there, she is in primary 1. That was in, do I have to say in class 1? Yeah, she's in class 1 and she's also benefiting from the voluntary that I did in that community. Next slide. The picture on top explains everything. The problem that I faced was only using one computer, and that one computer can be seen on the table that I was using to explain to these children. And the second picture, I was able to borrow a laptop from someone so that it could help in typing. The second picture there teaches, that was the time I was teaching the children how to do computer typing on the keyboard or how to do keyboarding. So I was teaching them how to do keyboarding at that time. Fellow CCI students, alumni, and current students, the word of advice that I have for you is that the CCI is a life-changing program that all alumni, we have to ensure a developmental and voluntary activity in our daily routine. That means in our daily lives, we should try to ensure that at least we volunteer 1 hour of our time to the community. That could benefit the whole country as well. And we're sponsored to change the world, but not to resist from our expectations. The Community College Initiative Program expects a lot from us, so we should have to do our best to ensure that we fulfill them. Next slide. I would like to say a very big thank you to the CCI team. I would like to say a very big thank you to the State Department for sponsoring this whole program, and we would like to make a recommendation that this program is benefiting us, is benefiting communities, is benefiting the world. So we'll be very happy for this program to still continue and continue to be there for the benefit of the world. And we would like to also work to attain the aims and objectives of the CCI. Thank you so much for your time. I love you all. I miss you all. Take care of yourself. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you so much. It was great to hear from Adam from Ghana. And now we will turn the panel over to Irma from Indonesia.
United States of America. So they had sent me some funds for me to get school materials.
Hello everyone, my name is Irma Nugrahanti. I think I'm the only NWCCI alumni from 2012. So I think I'm the oldest one. Okay, so first of all, I would like to say thank you for this opportunity. I'm so excited to talk and then share my experience. I hope the talk will be meaningful and it can inspire others. And thank you for the CCI, Northwest CCI, and the United Department of State for arranging this session. And we can start with the next slide. Yeah, so I was the alumni, graduated from Bascom Community College in Bellingham, studying tourism and hospitality management in 2012. I don't know if anybody from my colleagues in Bellingham tonight, but if somebody is here or everyone is here, hi guys, I miss you guys. And then I just recently graduated my master's degree, accounting and finance, in University of Manchester in the UK. So I studied and lived in the Manchester for 1 year, but unfortunately I still couldn't have the British accent. Okay, next slide. Yeah, so many people ask me, why do you want to go to the US? And I explained to them, first of all, it will be because of the American dream. As we know that we saw America from the Hollywood movies and it seems awesome. So I would like to see if America is really as awesome as the movies. And the American dreams basically show that everyone in the USA has the same opportunity, have equal rights, when then their human rights are highly respected. So I would like to see that at that time. And I hope today it hasn't drifted far away from what the founding father has envisioned though. And then second one will be the high quality education in the United States. It's not a secret. And then I would like to see how people in the U.S. have such a professional skill that they basically can do their jobs professionally, on time, and have high quality jobs, deliver the good result. And I was curious with how they maintain their leadership skills. At that time, I thought leadership is leading people, but now I realize that leadership is something that you do that can inspire others to dream more, learn more, do more, and become more. You don't have to be basically to have the title of leader in a company or in an organization. You can be a leader in anywhere. And then, of course, the main reason, it's fully funded scholarship. Okay, next slide. Yeah, so this is the picture on our graduation day. It's in cute little town, Bellingham. Next slide. So did I do anything other than studying? Yes, I did a lot. First, I would like to explain about Ethnic Students Association, one of the best decisions I have ever made in my life. It was a very meaningful society that bring a lot of eye-opening experiences for me. It's like we need this in Indonesia in every school because Ethnic Student Association bring everyone, regardless their religion, skin color, their family status, culture, together every week, and we talk about related issue. We did a conference together. We attend Student of Color conference. We created diversity and in mixed media to help the youth migrants to be confident with themselves. I mean, it feels very very close to my country condition. That's why I really like it so much, because even now, when other countries are talking about how to stop climate change, Indonesian people are still discussing and sometimes fighting about whether or not a Chinese Christian person can be a governor. So yeah, it talks about priority. And then I also participate in several campus activities, like becoming student representative for International Day of Peace, International Fair, business fair, and I did an intern as accounting in Michael Business Machine. And I also had chance to travel to many amazing places. My favorite were Seattle and San Francisco. Okay, next. Okay, so what did I learn? It's a bit difficult to point a single lesson that I learned the most, but I would like to say that I learned holistic experience. I met people from different backgrounds. It created like lifetime friendship with them. And by having regular communication with people from different backgrounds, I feel like I'm more related to them. Like no matter what my religion, skin color, countries, we all want the same thing. We all want peaceful life. We all want to have a good education. We all want to be safe. So looking back, I realized that my experience living in the United States make me realize that I'm a global citizen. I'm not just Indonesian. So what can I do for the world, not just for Indonesia? And of course, it helps me to speak English better or maybe learn another language. And my sense to cultural awareness is improving. So I see the beauty in every culture, and I respect them a lot. And by sharing my culture, people will be more understanding and open-minded. I always have this mindset in mind to be kind to anybody that I met, especially if it is like from other countries, because I might be the first Indonesian that they have met in their life, and their judgment about my country will be relying on how well they like me, you know. And my experience in the U.S. also raising aspiration that I want to pursue my higher education in another country. That's why I decided to go to Manchester and applied for scholarship, which thankfully I got. Next slide. Yeah, so my experience in the U.S. also helped me to shape my career goals. I'm not only want to earn money. I don't put money as my main focus, but I'm now more passionate. I knew that I found my passion for educational and cultural activities. That's why I decided to apply for a job in non-profit organization, which is now in Westminster Foundation for Democracy. And the vision of WFD is to support inclusive governance, which strengthens policymaking, accountability, representation, and citizen participation. One of the events or the work plan that we did was to support the Legislation Council to develop manual for drafting and reviewing legislation in adherence to human rights principles. So we help those legal drafters to see their legislation procedures using the human rights approach. And I also take part as a mentor in Indonesian mentorship. And now my mentee is waiting for the final result for the 70 scholarship. And I also am a co-founder of Sekolahbilitas. Sekolahbilitas is Indonesian-based non-profit organization dedicated to assist students with disabilities or special needs to access appropriate education. Because, well, education system in Indonesia still needs to improve a lot. That's why we will provide advocacy, consultancy, and education. So we help the students with disabilities to get their right, to get their proper education, so they can be meaningful to others, so they can have the confidence, so they can basically earn their money and have their financial situation in the future, not just relying on others. Yeah, so I also joined UNICEF in campus when I was in Manchester. I could say that as you heard in the beginning of the presentation that the vision of CCI program is to promote and build mutual understanding between among others. And I feel like that's not only CCI vision, it should be everyone's vision. It should be us focusing on our similarities rather than just make a list of what makes us different. Next slide. Yeah, so if I can say anything to other people, I would like to encourage you to find your passion in life. What do you like to do? What makes you excited to do? If you like teach, be a teacher. If you like to be a business analyst, just be that and create job opportunities for others maybe. And then after you know what you like to do, you can make your vision and then put that vision as an approachable objective and start to make your action and make sure that your action has impact for others' life. And of course, we need to embrace our differences. Don't let our differences divide us apart. Yeah, I think that's all what I want to say. I hope it's not boring and nobody fell asleep. But I'm really, from the bottom of my heart, I would like to say a huge thanks for Department of State for this program. And I wouldn't be here having my degree from Manchester and starting the NGO or be a mentor or do other things involving in so many volunteering activities in many organizations if I didn't go to the US and learn how to be a better person. So thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Irma. And now we'd like to turn the floor over to Vijay Kumar from Pakistan.
Hello everyone, can everyone hear me? Is it okay? Hello, yeah. So I'm Vijay Kumar from Pakistan, and it's a great pleasure to have you all guys here. I know some of them which are from my college or my consortium from NWCCI. So it's great to have you guys here. And hi Amanda, hi Charlotte. So, as you can see the picture, the first picture, the moment you see this picture, all you can see is the diversity. You can see the guys from 10 or 12 different countries and managing to make fun with each other and enjoying the cultures they have and the different ways they do the things. If you move to the next slide please now. I think the first thing which I wanted to highlight here during my CCI experience, which I actually experienced, was the leadership. I think somebody in the last presentation discussed about leadership, but for me, I think it had a great impact on my personality as a whole. The conferences I got to put my ideas out there, and and what people told me about my experience while I came back in Pakistan is all about creating energy in the team. So when I came back to Pakistan, to be honest, first 2 months I was not sure, why did I come back here, or you can say like what did happen at all. So that whole 1 year comes in your mind, like what exactly was that, what did go wrong. So the things that I did there, the people I met there, all the activities, all the going out early in the morning like 6 a.m. and doing things, and then coming back at 12 in the night. So all the hard work we put together, now it was time to get things back. The experiences I learned, the skills I developed, and now it was time to put things in work. And, use the skills I learned. So first thing I did was I joined a non-profit which is called the Citizen Foundation, which is one of the very renowned non-profits in Pakistan. It's the only non-profit which is working on education at that level. When I say that level, that means that they have they've managed to get the thousands of schools. Unfortunately, the education they provide is much better than what the quality of education is available in the government schools. Now, you can say that's the fortunate in some ways, but unfortunate in many ways. So, I know one thing I learned by joining this organization when I had the first meeting, because I was trying to volunteer with them as a mentor. I'll let you know later what does the mentor do exactly. But when I learned that it has been 20 years since this organization is working in Pakistan, and they have managed to get around 0.2, around 1.5, you can say 150,000 children get educated in Pakistan, and that's the work of 20 years. So one thing I observed when I introspected about it, that it requires 20 years in Pakistan to get around 150,000 children to get educated. So then I realized that it's not the best thing to have a non-profit in Pakistan, because you can do something good, but it will not be something which can produce the major impact, which after 10 years I can say after 20. But if the same step was taken by the government, at the politics level, same 20 years, you can get all of the children which are yet uneducated, you can get all the children educated in just 20 years. So actually the first month I came here, I used to spend most of my time at home, searching things, looking at the pictures from the past year in the US. So it actually developed my interest in politics, after going through the non-profits, and I got more interested in politics, and then because I got to know that it's the only way you can make change in a much metro level actually. So you can open up non-profit is good. I did that, but the fact that I realized it's not the only thing you can do, because it's not the major, it's not the source of the major impact actually. So now coming back to TCF, I was involved with TCF in 2015 as well, but in 2017 they actually, based on my experience, and when they interviewed me after I joined them in 2017, when they look at my profile, the kind of things I did in the US, and the kind of experience I went through the US. So they first of thing appreciated is they needed one of the things they wonder, why do they have a shortage of people like me? So I worked with them as a mentor. I was part of a group of children. All of the children in the group was, they were coming from a very underprivileged background, socioeconomically, and I was serving them as a mentor, guiding them about their career, and I'm not taking the free quality education for granted, and my experience in US was a kind of a case study for them, that coming from a rural kind of background from Pakistan, and going to the US for 1 year and doing a lot of things which very few people actually get a chance to do them, and still get paid for it. So, and secondly, when I joined TCF for like 2 months, then based on my performance in the program which I was doing with children, I got promoted as a coordinator, and the role of coordinator is to lead the mentors, which I already was the first cycle. So, and this time, obviously, I had a little more pressure to do things, because I had to do a lot of work, what actually compared to what mentors have to do, because mentors have just to come and do the work, but the planning aspect of the coordinating and everything was on me. And so also that was the kind of evidence I was telling myself, you can lead, okay. So and secondly, I joined the Youth Parliament, which is a youth-led organization in Pakistan, working for the young guys to get exposed to the politics of the Pakistan and get exposed to the different dynamics of politics in Pakistan. You know, the village politics and the city politics, and how it's basically a kind of, you can say, a model youth parliament in Pakistan, which actually gets the young children, young guys from around the world who are Pakistanis, and get them registered and have them put out the solutions to the Pakistan problems. So actually my background was the business and the commerce and somehow economics. So I ran for the Secretary of Commerce to, you know, get elected in the youth parliament to lead this the commerce section of the youth parliament, and the idea was to help the you can say, the black economy of Pakistan. I mean, the small shops, the cabins who don't pay the taxes, and, you know, who are like not part of the regular tax net. Idea was to get them registered with the tax authorities and pay the due taxes, because the Pakistan is one of the very lowest tax to GDP ratio, and it's just, I mean, you can say around 5% of the population is actually pays the taxes. So, I mean, you know, that there's kind of the opportunities we have to bring awareness to the people, like, you know, you have some responsibility to the society you are living in, to the kind of taxes you have to pay. Next slide, please. So this is little advice for others now. One thing I realized is to, I'll read them out, try to know the strength you have developed throughout CCI experience. You might not need to do too much work for that, and other people have already recognized you for the other unique talents you already have developed in the CCI. Aim to utilize new skills in some creative and meaningful work. This is not the only through employment, but also by doing various volunteer assignments. Try to seize the opportunities coming your way. I've succeeded in getting them by saying yes, and that's very important most of the time, rather than saying no. People naturally like to hear yes more than no, actually. So that's what I learned in US, as well as you know, that's what I experienced in Pakistan. So, and what's very important, make new networks and contacts when you come home. You never know where your CCI experience might take you. Only if you know the sources of possible change, you can tap the opportunities through the new talents you developed during CCI. Again, enjoy the new attention you get. Obviously, after you come back from US, everybody asks you, like, you know, how did you go, what did you do there, and, you know, you must have had a lot of fun. You know, let me know how can I go there. So the kind of attention you get, you know, just don't forget to enjoy that. So thank you everyone.
Hi, thank you so much. So I would like to go ahead and turn the floor over to, we have a South African Indonesian collaboration that we're going to talk about. But I also wanted to note that we have put together a couple of polls for this session, talking about what you guys have been doing since you returned home. So for any audience members, please do those polls, and we'll see what the results are towards the end of the session. Thank you. Isabel and Gulo, the floor is now yours.
Thank you, Charlotte. Hi, everyone. So I'm Isabel. I was in WTCI for 2015-2016. Gula and I started the school project when we were actually in the US. Next slide, please, Amanda. So this is Gula and this is myself. Basically what Gula does is he does the groundwork for the project. So he goes to the different schools, he communicates with the people on the ground, and I'm just the international relation and helps with teaching people and just writing grants and doing some paperwork. So our vision basically is we are committed to providing the disadvantaged children to an equal education opportunity. We want to educate, create, inspire, and assist. So we've got a few projects which Gula will talk you through, which is currently happening, and also just some future projects that we want to take on, that we want to really get off the ground and just see that they really do make a difference within the community. So I'm going to hand over to Gula and he will take you through the rest of the slides. Charlotte? Next slide.
Kubo?
Gulo?
Hello, can you hear me? Sorry. Oh yeah. In 2017, we said education is crisis in Indonesia. So this is one of examples of our targeted schools in the North Sumatra province in Indonesia. Next slide, please. Last year, my team and I went to our targeted schools, and in the left side, we can see the description of the classroom in one of the schools in the Mandaling Natal Regency in the North Sumatra province. And in the right side, there is a female student. She is an elementary school student, and she is Yamina. And she gave an interview about us, about how she struggled to go to school without any school supplies, and they have to really struggle for life because sometimes their parents have to work far away from home, and Yadina has to keep her sisters and brothers at home, and sometimes she has to work her parents to earn living for their daily life expenses. And we also interview a teacher, as we can see in the right bottom side. That's Miss Dania Saragi, and all of the teachers there are paid less than 20 bucks per month, and it's a very saddening education use in the North Sumatra province in Indonesia. Next slide, please. Our project aims to distribute 1,100 school supplies to 1,100 elementary school students in the North Sumatra province in Indonesia. So we have already get funds from any organizations, network, and online fundraising, and now we are processing to making a 1,100 school backpacks, as you can see in the picture. Next slide, please. So looking back with a very extremely saddening situation education system in Indonesia, the solution that we offer is education cannot wait project. So it's basically an inclusive sustainable education project. It means that we're going to reach all of the levels of the communities, from the students, from the teachers, from the students' parents, and also the community, to make a greater understanding and awareness about the importance of education for the students' future goals. And sustainable project here means that we are going to have 5 selected of foster students, where we will finance all of the students until they graduate from senior high school. Next slide, please. So this is an inclusive programs that we offer for our projects. In the left side, we can see for the students, there will be indoor activities such as drawing, and we have like games with the students and also with the the teachers. And the second one, they will be sharing by professionals. So we will invite all of the professionals like police, doctors, reporters, and other professions as a volunteers to come to these schools to share and to share their experiences, how they can achieve their future goals, and how they can motivate all of the students to keep going to school and to keep dreaming and committing to achieve their future goals. The third is we are going to distribute 1,100 school supplies. We will start the project from next month. That would be 16 to 20 July 2017. So our project is a 1-year project. We will start from July to June 2018. And the fourth program for the students is we have selected 5 foster students from the school, so we are going to finance them until they graduate from senior high school. And then from the rest side, for the teachers, we're going to collaborate with the education department of the North Sumatra provincial government. So we will invite them to give trainings for the teachers, because we do believe that by giving more trainings to the teachers, they will be more well trained and empowered to give a better, pedagogy and better teaching ways for the students. And then for the parents are very important, like a level that we have to empower, because most of the students in the schools, they have to work for their parents, to earn cents, like to fulfill their daily expenses to eat, things like that. So we are going to give counselings for the parents by inviting motivator and a kind of parenting speaker. So we hope that the parents will let their children to go to school, and even hopefully to motivate all their children, to keep pushing them to go to school and have their future dreams. Next up, please. So this is the beneficiaries of our project. Our targeted schools are 4 elementary schools with more than 1,000 students, and the training will empower more than 25 teachers, and the counseling for the parents will empower more than 500 student parents. And as what Isabu has told us already, that the school project is a non-profit organization driven by young people. So we will invite the youth from the community to get involved in our project by distributing all the school supplies, and they have to to, to keep and guide that all of the programs that we are going to run in that community will run safely and better. So yeah, and the right side is the school target. We have 4 schools there with a different number of students. Next slide, please. Since the school project is a new non-profit organization, of course, funding is one of the essential resources to make our project run. So far, we are very grateful and excited to tell you guys that we have been supported by an NGO in the United States, and a company. We have collaborated with some companies, not only to support us by cash, but they also support us by donating the books and school supplies for our projects. And we also use the one of online crowdfunding in Indonesia called Kita Bisa. It's a kind of like you guys ever hear GoFundMe.com, and then grants. And for this project, we are also going to apply for the grants for that, and the philanthropists, and we really, use our network, especially with our friends, our families, and also our co-workers in our office in Indonesia, also in the United States. And next slide, please. So these are the logos of our below partners. As you can see here, so far we have 5 partners. They have supported us by giving us cash money, and some donate us with school supplies. Next up, please. For the
Hi,
future,
Google. This is Charlotte. We have to move on to questions soon, so please try and wrap it up in just a couple of seconds. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
okay, sure. In the future, we're going to distribute 10,000 school supplies by 2020, and we're going to build a free community library. Okay, yes, next question, please.
Okay, thank you. So this is Charlotte. We want to broadcast to the audience to please go ahead and send any questions you have for our speakers. We do have a short presentation right now from Jorge from Colombia.
Real courage is when you know you are late before you begin, but you begin anyway, and see it through no matter what, by Harper Lee. Alumni making a difference. I have titled this presentation, Breaking Chains in Our Communities. I am Jorge Gonzalez, a 23-year-old young man that feels mighty confident about himself. I strongly believe that God has planned great things for me in life, like being part of such amazing program you all know, the Community College Initiative Program. Thanks to it, I had the blessing of studying at Priest College in the city of Lakewood, Washington State, the years 2014-2015. Next one. One open door. I started working for the Colombo Americano, Medellin, July 5th last year at the library as as referent librarian. I've done many different jobs before, but never one like this. So, I believe I could not be in a better place than this language institution, which one of its main goals is to open people's minds in his community through art, music, and English as the principal pillar. And this was that one open door God had ready for me. Next one. Why reading? To give back. I facilitate a reading club as part of my job 3 times per week. I have discovered this is one of the best ways in which I can share with others, English learners like me, the knowledge I acquired from the beginning to the end of the CCI program. I try to teach my students the importance of believing in themselves, because in order to make a difference in our communities, we have to start by changing ourselves first. Next one. Get involved. That's why today, guys, I want to invite you to start making things different. Go and join the groups in your neighborhood, the music ones, the sports one, and so on. Start working on that idea you have been thinking of, and then tell me how great you feel after. You will see how your idea can change someone else's life. Everyone can be great because everyone can serve. Those are the words of Martin Luther King Jr. Thank you very much.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much to all of our panelists. I'm not seeing any questions from the audience, but I wanted to see if but I noticed that time management was the #1 skill that everyone took away from the conference. Does any, oh, let's see, here's a question.
It's from CC.
Cecilia from CC. It says, what are the things you need to prepare to ask for funding in your project? If any of the panelists want to respond to that. Gulo or Isabel, do you have any comments for that one?
This is Isabel from South Africa. I think one of the things that you need to do when doing grants for funding is make sure that you include everything from your project. So make sure that you can prove that what the funds will be used for. Also, get Amanda involved, as she's helped us quite a lot with our project. Get other people involved. Try and be as thorough as you possibly can when it comes to writing your grant. And then just show that there's future projects that will take place and what the money will go for. That's the best advice that I can give. Gulo, anything from your side?
Yeah. Isa, thank you. One of the best ways that I did for the funding is in my office. So, for example, I send the proposal of our project to all of the employees, officers in my office, and they read thoroughly all my proposals, and then most of them say yes, that they want to donate some of their money monthly in a year. So also we have like online crowdfunding in Indonesia, like Kitabisa, and I believe in your country, guys, you also have like online crowdfunding, and it's really useful when you use the online crowdfunding, by describing about the background of your project, about the problems, the challenges, and one of the solutions that your project offer, so that everybody that will read your project description, and they will feel impressed and feel that they want to really help your project.
Okay, thank you so much, Isabel and Gulo, and thank you to all of the panelists. If you're actually interested in more on this particular topic about developing proposals and budgets, one of the other conference sessions deals with that. I wanted to thank Learning Times for providing excellent support, and to Amanda and John also for opening this up. I will turn this back over to Learning Times. I believe they're going to give you some instructions about how to go to the next session. Thank you, everyone, so much for your